Well, we broke a giant story about Baen Books and Arc Publishing the other day, and Larry Correia's involvement with a Peter Thiel-funded outlet, which is absolutely crazy. It was a 20-minute video I went over the other day, and there's been a lot of responses online to what was said, but it's really odd. A lot of the responses from people at Baen Books are more like casting shade at me and not actually addressing what is the elephant in the room here, which is that Larry Correia took a modern fantasy series. Baen Books declined it. Baen Books actually was asked to be purchased by Peter Thiel's investment company. They declined that. And on top of that, then Peter Thiel started a company and then poached a bunch of Baen Books talent. That's what happened. I just repeat the facts here, guys, because I am the most trusted name in science fiction journalism for a reason, with the biggest read blog in science fiction now with Fandom Pulse. So thank you guys for making us such a huge success. And we'll continue to just tell the truth. I don't really care what some people are saying online. It's not a big deal to me. I'm just a reporter and, of course, a science fiction writer, and that's what we do. So please hit the like and subscribe button. We'll get into their reactions here and give some commentary on that. I appreciate you all for being here. Leave a comment down below, of course, to get our algorithm going and the like. This is our Fandom Pulse Substack. If you're not signed up, don't miss the news here. And I am a science fiction author, as mentioned. This is my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. This is a military science fiction. If you like Baen Books, if you like David Drake, Jerry Pournelle, of Lois McMaster Bujold, any of the great stuff that they've published over the years, I guarantee you are going to have fun with this series. So grab it. It's a 3-book trilogy. It's available on ebook, print, and audio for your convenience. And I've got that in the description below. High action, guys. If that's the type of thing you like, which I know you do, you're going to love this series. Thank you so much for reading. We appreciate all the readers here especially. All right. News has gotten out into the publishing world about Arc Press and its poaching of high-quality talent from Baen Books, causing a reaction from several Baen employees and authors, including Larry Correia, who says he'll add to the freakout with a new announcement that he's going fully independent on a future book series. That's a pretty big one right there. Larry Correia is very much diversifying his portfolio, which is a big deal here, and that's exactly a big problem for Baen Books. Baen used to have like 80% or whatever of Larry's content out there, and now that's looking like it's being dialed back to like 40 or 50% while he's going elsewhere out there. That shakes up the landscape of this publisher and other publishers, and of course also Larry Correia's career, which we're going to follow because we report on the news here in science fiction and fantasy, like I said. On Thursday, Fandom Pulse uncovered information in the publishing industry of interest to the culture war, as we learned that Peter Thiel and his investment group both put in an offer to buy Baen Books that was declined, and as a result, started Arc Press, where his company poached a lot of major talent from Baen, most notably Larry Correia, for a new modern fantasy series. The information contained in the piece came from 10 former and current Baen Books authors and employees, as well as business records and searches to ensure the accuracy of what was being reported. I pride myself on being the best sourced coverage in all of entertainment news and with Fandom Pulse, which is why we've quickly become the most read blog in science fiction, more monthly views than John Scalzi's whatever, which is great. However, it appears Baen Corporate attempted to circle the wagons to cast doubt on the information contained in the article. A really weird post here. And so Larry Correia started his rant, which was both done on X and his blog, and he started it out here. So I hear certain people are trying to stir up outrage clicks, spreading dumb rumors about some publishers again. So that's obviously about me. Hi, Larry. Thank you for watching and reading here. Obviously, that's not what the article was whatsoever. There's no rumors whatsoever, and there's no outrage either. I was very positive in the articles and my coverage and my video towards everybody at Baen, and that's very intentional because I am here, and my main goal here is to support conservative culture, support Christian culture, and build an alternative to what's going on with the woke industries out there. Baen, as I mentioned in my original article, is the one bright spot in traditional publishing as far as that goes. So definitely want to support authors there, and I've got a lot of friends at the company, obviously, since I have 10 sources who were talking to me about this to get the information on the article. So my article never contained any speculation, just reporting of facts, which have been verified and direct commentary from several Baen Books authors and employees, as previously noted. So Correia did elaborate, which gets very interesting because once you read his whole X piece here, it's very long, but none of it actually talks about the article whatsoever. But he does talk about future plans, which actually, as he says, I'll add to the freakout. So it's pretty interesting how he says certain people are trying to stir up outrage clicks when he admits he's trying to add to the freakout here. I'm going to be doing pure indie stuff in the future too. Wow. Now that's big announcement right there. Now Larry Correia got his bona fides from indie publishing. Monster Hunter International got big on Amazon, which is what got him Baen's attention to begin with. And so he'll do very, very well with this. I think this is a great move for him and a great move for his career. Same with Arc Press. I think they're doing good things, and there's very competent people involved there. This is huge, though. As I said earlier, like a lot of Baen's stable is funded by Larry Correia's work. And so if they have less of Larry Correia's work, obviously that does put them in financial problems going forward when this all happens. Now, that's pretty interesting here, and that he's going fully independent shows he knows that the future lies in independent publishing. That's exactly what I determined early on. I determined publishers were not going to do much. I'd rather just keep 100% of my work, and I've been able to make a living because of this. It's been good stuff, and I appreciate you guys for reading again. So he says, why? Because I can, and I want to see what happens when I do. It has been a long time since I've experimented in that. The market has changed a ton since then, and it's got a ton of potential. I like making money. Me doing an indie project might make money. Go figure. And I think it will. I think he'll be very successful, and we wish him the best in doing that as well. Many of Correia's fans, though, reacted to his rant, voicing support for the author, making odd comments mocking his, quote, career ending, as if we said something about that, responding to everything he said, but not any of the information in Fandom Pulse's article, which we talked about. So very interesting on that front. Former sad puppy Sarah A. Hoyt, who was dropped from Baen Books due to her poor book sales a couple of years ago and is definitely not an American, she replied with a bizarre comment. She said, yeah, people asked, so I actually read The Idiocy. Very interesting there. It's all thinly veiled tissue of hallucinations. Now, again, doesn't specifically discredit anything that was said because everything I've said about the Peter Thiel involvement in Arc Press, 100% accurate and verified. So having been the subject of such, quote, reporting before, I'm not even amused, and it's unclear what she's talking about. I have no idea what she's talking about. So we attempted to contact Correia through blog comments. He deleted our post as a response, has us blocked on X, so there's no ability to request he clarify or provide more information. I have invited him on the channel, so if you'd like to talk about his new books, which I'm excited about, we're happy to have him. Happy to host him on that front, too. Baen author Justin Thomas Watson also made strange commentary on X. He said, apropos of nothing much, Baen Books is a fantastic publisher to work with. Tony Weisskopf is a genius mentor and editor, and I'm really excited for David John Butler, that's DJ Butler, his team, and their new endeavor with Arc Press. I strongly encourage my fellow SFF book nerds to ignore anyone trying to make you put a jersey on one side or another. I look forward to enjoying books from both for many to come. Again, a really odd statement because nobody said anything about Tony Weisskopf and her editorial abilities. From what I've seen and from the authors I talked to at Baen, everybody has glowing comments about her editorial abilities. They say she's a great editor. She takes time. There's even points where she will sit down and talk with authors even about short stories. Like, and short stories don't make money in the industry. That's kind of a thing. But she will definitely give writing tips and advice and help. I mean, she's, by all accounts, an astounding editor. So I'm not sure where that comes from or why anybody would make a comment like that. Very odd. And then on top of this, like, I don't see anybody talking about one side or another. I mean, there's clearly the business angle that Arc Press is out there, and they have poached a lot of Baen talent. And I do know that behind the scenes, Baen is not happy about that at corporate. Of course they're not. They're going to end up losing a lot of money. That doesn't mean that people don't like each other personally or whatnot. It's all really, really weird response right here, and trying to make something where nobody said anything otherwise, which makes me wonder, is there some animosity that's kind of bigger than I might have thought just because I reported on this? Odd stuff right there. But that's not the oddest comments. There's more coming down. Casey Ezel, another writer, said, Justin is wise. Embrace the power of and. Why choose? Again, I don't know who's asking them to choose or anything. But Jason Cordova made the weirdest comment here. And Jason Cordova is a really good author. And if you've not read his books, I definitely recommend them. And on top of that, he's like the number 2 guy at Baen right now, to my understanding. The rumors have it is that there were people in line to succeed Tony Weisskopf when she retires. DJ Butler was one of them, and he's, of course, with Arc Press now, so that's not going to happen. And Jason Cordova was the other. So he's clearly doing really, really well for the company, and that's that. Now, he says, it pisses me off that I have to expend the energy dealing with BS people, that's me, that's not very nice, writing BS lies about the job that is supporting me 100% while I'm undergoing cancer treatments. It's par for the course these days. That's an odd response. Now, I don't appreciate being called names like this, and I hope he'll apologize at some point. Very sad. I like Jason Cordova. I think he's a good person personally, and like I said, a good writer as well. And I don't know what lies are about the job because we're just talking about a couple of business things that happened that are confirmed to have happened. Peter Thiel's investment group asked to buy Baen Books. It was declined. And then on top of that, Arc Press was started by Peter Thiel, and he poached a bunch of the talent over on that front. What does that mean business-wise going forward? It's obviously not good for Baen. What's Baen's ideas going forward? I don't know, and nobody's addressing this in anything they say here. Lots of personal attacks, which is very defensive and strange, and kind of amateurish, honestly. I kind of expected better from somebody like Jason Cordova. Rick Partlow, who's a big Amazon artist, John of the Rice lives for clickbait, Jason. Again, there's no clickbait here. So it's a very odd sort of comment by that front. You see, it's just personal anger at me for reporting what's happening, which is my job, literally my job. That sucks. I think has a pretty solid rep as a hawker of BS. So you see, there's a lot of like posturing going on here about like who's right and who's wrong, like it matters or anything like that. This is stuff that is actually happening. Arc Press has poached this talent. There's nothing here beyond that. No personal animus or anything like that. Mr. Rice, give him no clicks. Look at how they literally Voldemort me, where they can't even say my name. Very weird. Is spreading scurrilous rumors. I don't know what's scurrilous about this. Again, is there something wrong here? Because I haven't heard of anything scurrilous. Leave a comment down below if you think there's something scurrilous going on. Again, this is just stuff that's happening on the business end that's fascinating to the publishing world, which is why I care about it. It's unclear what Peter Thiel and his investment group starting a publishing house have to do with Cordova's editorial job or his cancer. And of course, I wish Cordova the best of health. I sent him a message this morning saying, praying for you, and I hope you recover, and I wish the best for him. And I hope all you guys will do the same for him as well. So DJ Butler is the face of Arc Press. He went on a live stream talking about this article right away. He said, I'm not volunteering myself as a corrector of articles. I'm not going to say very much. I'm not saying John said this, but one might get the impression that Arc is sort of the anti-Baen. And yeah, I didn't say that. Obviously, they like a lot of the same people. That's pretty obvious. And he was correct that it was neither implied in the article. So he said something else, which is, anybody who thinks there's a civil war inside Baen has no idea how Baen works. I suspect that John has relied on sources that don't know what they're talking about and are claiming for more information than they have. Here's what I suspect. I suspect John talked to a former employee of Baen who was fired for incompetence, not doing his job, and making false accusations, and that guy, with his ignorance, general doofusness, and axe to grind, misinformed John. Now, I did some digging on this because I've, again, talked to 10 different people surrounding Baen here who are some of them are big-name authors, and of course, I keep my sources quiet. Baen has a directive at their company that they're not allowed to talk to me, so I'm not going to get anybody in trouble or anything like that. I am very, very good at keeping sources confidential and only reporting what's allowed to be said. And of course, when somebody tells me it's off the record, I'm very, very good at staying that way as well. Now, what my sources say is that DJ Butler is referring to their former publicist, Sean Korsgaard. And I reached out to Sean Korsgaard because I was reaching out to a lot of people during this process. He refused to talk to me about this. And so he said he didn't want to get involved, and that was that. Now, my source inside Baen says that Butler and Korsgaard have bad blood on a personal level, so it may have to do with that. I'm not getting involved with that either. I like both these guys. I think they both do good work. So we did speak with Butler and clarify things, and Butler actually helped out with one point in the article and actually corrected that. So thank you to DJ Butler. Kudos to you, and thanks for the work you do. In terms of the rest of the article, he said, there's a lot of stuff I'm not in a position to comment about. I don't object to there being science fiction fandom journalism at all. Now, this is nice. I wish the other people wouldn't object to this. And the reason we exist, for the other people involved, who I do know hate watch here, is that, look, there's File 770, there's Spleeting Cool, there's Reactor or Tor.com or whatever. There's all this fake news that is propping up the leftist establishment. And I decided in early 2022 that I wanted to be a journalist that was going to do the opposite, and it was going to just really push for alternatives, and that includes Baen Books and Arc Press and anybody else involved. And so I am being that, because those guys, what they do is they prop up people as experts and authors that you should pay attention to. And that's exactly what we're trying to build here. And within a year's time, I told DJ Butler, our growth rate, both on YouTube and Fandom Pulse, within a year's time, we should be at a point where it's like we can like make a book launch and actually like some new author comes out who's a good Christian conservative guy. We give him the push. We can start making careers and actually making it happen and build that real alternative. I'm looking at like a really beautiful future that's just getting started. I'm super excited for all this. And Butler seems to get it a little bit, whereas a lot of these guys are still, and I think it is part of the problem with the way that Baen reacts, they're still like the old guard that like, YouTube press and my press aren't real press. They want a, Kirkus review or something like that. They kind of want the old establishment to validate them. And those old establishments don't matter anymore. Like nobody cares. And so we're moving and shaking. But you know what? We're just going to do what we do anyway, and I'm not going to be intimidated out of reporting the news ever. Butler also said, I have no reason to think John did anything inappropriate. Thank you very much. He clarified, though, I've been receiving texts all day asking if I'm okay. That's very weird that like people would be saying that. He didn't say anything about me that's bad or wrong. Of course I didn't. I'm accurately quoted the quote I gave him, which is why I'm suspecting he's accurately quoting what other people have said to him too. And I am. Like I said, I had 10 different sources inside Baen, and they all verified different things. And so I also went to business records and the like. I spent like 2 weeks on this article. It was a lot of work. So that's that there. So that's what's going on, and I appreciate that. And he actually is coming out with a book called The Politically Incorrect Guide to Science Fiction and Fantasy, which is going to be a history of things. And since it's politically incorrect, I'm very interested in his thoughts on this. I have pre-ordered this book. It's on Amazon, and I believe it comes out in early April. And I hope to have him on once this book comes out to talk about the history of science fiction and fantasy from his perspective there. That's cool stuff. So that's everything that's going on right now. A bunch of people are saying, this is shoddy reporting and the like. But as you can see, I just screenshot. I take what people actually say. I say, hey, here's what this could mean, or it could mean something else based on my own analysis from my own experiences within sci-fi publishing. And that's how I do things. It's called being a good reporter. And I think that a lot of people are upset that I'm being a good reporter right now. And that's fine. As we keep growing, this is just going to be a blip in the road. And I wish all these guys well. Very interesting stuff regarding Correia doing a full independent publishing. That's a big news piece just coming out of this all by itself. And again, we wish Correia the great sales. We wish Cordova good health, and I hope you'll check out his books as well. We wish DJ Butler great work with Arc Press as well. And we're here. We are here for the alternative. It's awesome stuff. This is a new dawn, and the industry is changing, whether Baen Books and their corporate likes it or not. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button, everybody, and check out my book and my trilogy. You're going to love this whole trilogy, guys. Justified, Sanctified, Glorified. You know what it means. It's down in the description below, available on ebook, print, and audio for your convenience. Grab this today. Support alternatives in fiction. Really appreciate you being there. God bless you, readers. We'll talk to you soon.